do have a few Metallica friends here, yes? I need to know, in a show of hands, who here, this is your very first time seeing Metallica? All right. Well, that's good to see. I love that.
That was definitely my first Metallica show. I came in with no preconceived notions and they blew me away.
You looked around, you didn't see like typical Metallica fans, like a lot of the more like free-spirited people were still enjoying it just as much.
I didn't know what to expect. I'd never seen them live before, and I love listening to their old stuff when he gets to rip it up, and he did it.
Metallica, I was blown away. I've been seeing them for years, like ever since they started touring with Ozzy, I think in '86 on the Master of Puppets tour. I think that was it. And it's like you're watching them over 20 years later.
You're talking to a person in like double digits of Metallica shows. I can't even tell you how many I've seen. And I've seen them in different places and different size arenas over the years. And to be able to watch that show, like from where I got to see it, I was up on stage, and it was just the energy. It's why they're the biggest metal band of all time.
They're still playing like they're trying to get the gig. They're still playing like they really hope these people have a good time and they get their money's worth. They're grateful to the audience, and they just pour so much raw, badass energy.
I've never seen that kind of energy in an audience ever before. I can't believe that they have that, the band themselves have that energy.
Hetfield was running over, he actually knocked the cameraman out of the way, and he's standing literally 6 inches away from Lars, and then he'd go to the next microphone, and Robert would come back, put his foot up on the drum riser, and then Kirk comes back, and it was just really, really great to watch all of them having fun with each other and acknowledging each other.
I learned as a performer from watching them. Like, it made me think I could be better. I could be trying harder. Because a lot of comedians are just sort of standing around like this, and these guys, the bass players, like down like this.
I am a metalhead. That's one of the main things about who I am, and so I feel like my comedy, I've always wanted it to be a representation of who I really am. So that comes out.
Well, there was one point during the show, I was up on these rafters overlooking the stage, and at one point Lars looked up at me, and he told me that he liked a bit of mine about a hand job before the show. And he looked up at me and he went,
It would be great if they invaded a Lilith fair. Like everybody's expecting Jewel to come out, right? And then Jewel couldn't be here. Instead, we have a really good replacement. Just surprise the audience with Metallica and see what happens. Just that kind of experiment. It would be so amazing.
The first thing I said when they were finished was, who would ever follow that? Like, who would try to go on after what they just did?
Appreciate you bringing us to this here festival. We support live music and kicking ass live, so that's why we're here, and I hope that's why you're here.
Metallica was by far the best show of the entire weekend.